Watch this video to find out which exercises are going to give you your biggest bang for your buck. Hey, what's up, man? Gary Walker here, and welcome back for another video. All right, this video is specifically for you men over 50, all right? I'm going to give you the only 3 exercises you need to build muscle after 50. Here's the thing, there are so many exercises out there, so it's really tough to choose only 3. But one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to choose something that was going to work in a pushing movement pattern, which is also going to work chest. It's going to help work your anterior delts, your shoulders, and also your triceps. So this one exercise is going to work all of those. Then I'm choosing another exercise that's going to work in a posterior position. So the back side of your body, your lats. And then I'm going to do another one that's overall body and especially legs. All right, so watch this video to find out which exercises are going to give you your biggest bang for your buck. All right, with that said, the first one we're going to do is an incline press with a 60-degree angle though. All right, the key reason I'm choosing this is going to work your chest, your overall chest, but it's also at this angle is going to help work the shoulders tremendously. All right, and again, it's a 60-degree. If you did the typical shoulder press, which is typically done at a 90-degree, that's typically what you see in most gyms. This is going to really work the shoulders, but no pec, no chest development. All right, so we're going to hit right in between. If you go flat bench, you're going to work your chest, you're going to work your triceps a little bit, and you're going to get very little shoulder development. So you're going to work your anterior shoulders, which is the front, but we're trying to maximize all the muscles with each of these exercises. So that's the reason we're choosing this 60-degree here. All right, so let me show you what this looks like quickly. Let me grab a couple dumbbells here and show you what the position looks like. And also, you want to make sure when you're doing this, I like to make sure my hands are a little bit more of a neutral position, meaning if you were to be in this position doing a barbell exercise, palms are completely towards the front. This is going to be hard on your shoulders. I can feel my shoulders just holding the weight here. Neutral is palms facing each other. This is actually okay for a lot of you guys as well. And there's a semi-neutral, which is where we're slightly rotated. All right, so I like this position. And you want to engage your core, keep it nice and tight, press that weight straight up. All right, so you'll see the angle of this movement. Let me do 3 here so you can see how I like to control the weight. I like about a 3-second cadence on the way down, about a 1-second pause at the bottom, and then explode the weight back up to the top. All right, this is what it looks like. 1001, 1002, 1003, pause, explode. 1001, 1002, 1003, pause, explode, just like that. One more. 1, 2, 3. Explode the weight up. All right, so that's how you want to do this exercise. And basically, anytime I'm working any exercise, I like to control the descent of the movement. All right, you never want to bounce when you're doing this, use momentum or anything like that. That's really hard on your knees. It's going to be hard on your lower back, your shoulders. As us guys age, especially us men 50 or over, there's already so much damage that's been done to all of our joints just from natural wear and tear, all right? So the last thing you want to do is use a lot of momentum and cheat some of the movements when you're doing any type of weight exercises. That's a recipe for disaster. So that's the last thing you want to do. So just make sure you're in control of the movement with every exercise. All right, so that's the first one. You notice we worked the chest, we worked the shoulders and the triceps. You're also going to help work that core a little bit with stabilization of this next exercise. So don't think we're excluding anything with these 3 movements. And I am using dumbbells. I like dumbbells for older guys more specifically because it is better on the joints. That's why you notice I'm talking about hand movements, hand position. All right, compared to barbells. Barbells are more of in a fixed position. Sometimes it's not natural. Biomechanically, it's incorrect. All right, so what I want you to think about even with this next movement we're going to be doing bent over dumbbell rows. So it's going to work our back and what's called the posterior chain, which is the whole back side of our body. So one thing you really want to focus on here as well is the neutral position with the hands. That's a lot safer position with the shoulders. So we're working a lot of these exercises, and these exercises are really going to put a lot of stress on the shoulders if you do them incorrectly. So just by using this neutral hand position, that makes a huge difference. It's creating external rotation of the humerus, this upper arm bone, and that's going to actually give you more clearance in the shoulder when you're pressing for one, also when you're pulling, because pressing, pulling, overhead movements, all of that is working the shoulder joints. So let's go with this dumbbell bent over row. Let me show you kind of what you should focus on with this exercise. Again, you're going to have the hands toward each other in the neutral position, and make sure you're using what's called a hip hinge, getting your glutes back as you lower the weights down. The reason I say that, I don't want you to be in this position and just bend over. You'll see people bending over, rounding that lower back. That's extremely hard on your lumbar spine, your lower back. So for that reason, I want you to get those glutes back, 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 back. I like to stay in this position here, keep your core tight, and then pull the weight up. Same situation, lower under control, explode, hold that second, lower under control. A couple more here. And one more. That's the kind of cadence I want you to focus on with this exercise as well. So again, exploding that top contraction. Hold for a second to really squeeze in that contracted position, and then lower in about a 3-second cadence to fully stretch the muscle before repeating that for each rep. All right, so that's the second exercise. Third exercise, you know there's got to be some type of squat. All right, so I'm always going to recommend you do a squat variation. No matter what kind of program I write or who I'm writing it for, there's always going to be some type of, again, squat variation you can be doing. Even if you have to do body weight only. For instance, for this, let's say we're going to do a goblet squat. Goblet squat is wider. Let's grab a weight here, load up a little weight. Wider here, I like to keep my toes pointed slightly out. Knees tracking directly over the toes, meaning if my toes are in that direction, you don't want your knees to collapse in when you're coming down. That will destroy your knees, all right? So make sure your knees are tracking directly over your toes with the weight on a goblet squat. Keep it close to your body, and you're gonna do that same hip hinge. Glutes back, and then drop down into the lower position. Nice, hold, explode back up. 1001, 1002, 1003. Hold, explode back up. All right, this is a goblet squat. Again, if you don't have weight or you have enough body weight, you're someone trying to lose some weight, and your body weight is enough resistance, do the same movement with body weight, all right? Clasp your hands up, prayer position, come straight down, do this same thing, straight back to the top. Hold, straight back to the top. So you don't always need weight, all right? Weight is something you want to progress towards though. It can be from body weight to adding 10, then 20, then 30, all right? Just make sure you're making some type of progress the further along you get into your weightlifting journey, all right? All right, the next thing, if you don't want to do goblet squats or you just want something different, you like goblet squats but you want to change it up, dumbbell squats is another alternative. So let me get back here so you can see me a little bit. So dumbbell squats, basically, I like for your feet to be a little wider than shoulder width. Goblet squats, you'll notice we're way out here. For this type of squat, I like them to be a little tighter to your body, a little closer in. And you're always going to get that hip hinge, meaning glutes back, you're breaking at the hips, then you're dropping down into a squat position, hold, press. Glutes back, break at the hips, then drop, hold, press. All right, so that is a dumbbell squat. Again, third movement just needs to be a squat variation. If you want to do front squats, you can do front squats. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure you're doing a squat movement. that's gonna work your large lower body muscles. Hips, glutes, legs, core for the stabilization. So you're getting a tremendous benefit to doing this type of movement across your entire body. Doing that, doing posterior stuff with the second exercise, and then you're doing all of your anterior muscular work, chest, shoulders, and working those triceps by doing all your pushing movements. So please let me know if you have any questions about these. Make sure you're incorporating these 3 exercises. No matter what type of workout you're following, what type of routine you're doing, make sure you're doing these exercises. If you're doing those, then you know you're working all of your musculature and you're gonna get great benefits. Again, feel free to leave any comments if you have questions. Other than that, I hope you like this video and get busy, get after it, and God bless.